Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, pleased to be joined by Cori Crocker, who is the newest head volleyball coach at Brighton. How's it going?
Good. How are you, Casey?
Doing well. I should say the new head volleyball coach at Brighton.
Yeah, excited. Very
yeah.
excited.
Let me ask you this. How did this opportunity come about? Or maybe I should also start with just kind of tell a little bit about yourself and your background before we kind of talk about how you got in this job.
Yeah, so I graduated from Brighton in 2015, and then I continued my volleyball career at the University of Michigan, went there from 2015 to 2019, pursued professional opportunities, finishing out my career with USA and playing over in Germany before I had to medically retire. And now I'm in the coaching world. So I was in the Brighton community. I landed in Ann Arbor. I stayed in Ann Arbor post-college because I love it so much. And when I heard that the Brighton job opened up, I thought it'd be an amazing opportunity to give back to the community that did so much for me when I was in high school. So getting the job was an honor, and it's been hilarious walking back into that space with all of my high school nerves flooding back as if I'm going to start a match or something. But excited to be back home and kick some butt as a Brighton Bulldog again.
So let's going through this, this, you obviously have had coaching experience with this because of what you do, of course, within the club world at the Legacy Center. What just kind of talk about what taking this job and some of the reasons why this really intrigued you.
Yeah, so as I transitioned back into the volleyball world post retiring, I had a really difficult time being back on the volleyball court. So I tried my best to give back to the volleyball community through strength and conditioning. And while I really enjoy getting kids to push hard and exercise hard and get the most out of their training, and mainly recognize that all of their efforts are going to be going towards something, they put in this grandiose effort and the results are going to come, and they get to see themselves jump an inch higher and get stronger and do things they never thought was possible. That is very powerful and super awesome to be a part of. But it really made me miss coaching because I really value having the opportunity to create an environment where kids feel vulnerable and that they're capable of giving more than they've ever been able to give before, and being the protector of that space and being able to kind of cultivate that we're going to come in and you're going to do things that you never thought were possible, but I'm going to love and support you through the entire thing. And I just haven't been able to do that in the strength and conditioning world as much as you do when you do sports, right? Because sports are so much more heartfelt and it comes from a deeper level. So getting back into that space with the club this past season and just sparked my fire again. And I miss having that relationship with girls and being able to really go to war, go to battle with the kids and get them to achieve their greatest potential. So when the job opened up, I just got really excited, and being able to earn it first of all, but then actually start to coach now, getting on the ground and putting in that time and effort. It's been awesome getting to know my coaches better, my new freshman and JV coach who've been participating in our open gyms. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for what's coming for Brighton. I think we're going to do some damage.
Talk about, meeting the, but obviously putting a staff together, because you had to basically, put hire JV coaches, hire,
everybody,
freshman coach, and also the 4 middle school coaches as well.
Right. So that was a huge responsibility, but I loved the opportunity to set our culture with our coaches. So instead of having to kind of work with whoever we had, I got to cultivate what I wanted to see Brighton volleyball become. And I'm so proud of the people that I was able to get on our staff. One of our biggest pushes is always making sure that our coaches have a lot of enthusiasm, that they push effort, that they believe in the kids, and they always push them to be brave. And they are embodying that bravery with themselves and how they act and respond. And I truly believe that from top down, we all have that same level of enthusiasm and effort and belief and bravery. And that's just so powerful. Not having to feel like you're walking on eggshells around anybody. We all are students at the game. We all love talking volleyball. We all love sharing knowledge and how do we get better. And it just feels like a team from ground up. And it's just really unique. And I'm super proud of our ability to create that kind of environment in a high school setting. It's super elite, and I'm excited. It's really, really cool.
So let's talk about the kids. What was it like meeting them?
So I know a lot of these kids. What's crazy is being in Ann Arbor, a lot of these kids would come to our camps, or they're at L2, as I'm a Michigan athlete and I run summer camps. So I've known a lot of these kids since I was young and they were young. And walking in now, and a lot of the kids that I've coached in the past are now seniors, and being able to be a part of their last season as they go on, hopefully to college, and usher in a new environment, a new culture into the Brighton gym as they're exiting. It's just really amazing. But the kids that I don't know, I'm so amazed at the effort from all of these kids. Brighton volleyball, since from 7th grade on up, seems to be super invested. All these kids love to play volleyball. They're enjoying their time anytime that we give them the opportunity to play volleyball. And as long as I am able to give them space to practice, they're all going to be there and they're going to show up. They're coming to the lifts, they're coming to the open gyms. I don't have to light that fire. It's already there for volleyball. And now I just get to teach, which is so cool that I don't have to worry about trying to pull kids in to come try out for us. We have kids coming in droves. And my biggest problem is turning these kids away, And so that's been amazing. Just the buy-in and how much Brighton loves volleyball. I think it's really powerful, and it's going to be really awesome for us because we're going to get a lot of really talented athletes that are dedicated, which is just great.
Yeah, we'll ask more about those talented athletes once you get your team. Once obviously,
Yeah. Once we know,
you can get your team together and all that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, excited for that too. Definitely.
So looking at the conference, it is a little different since you last were in this conference.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah.
Obviously, the KLAA, the league has changed since you were last year. Obviously, the league's been around for quite a bit of time, but this is a pretty tough division you're entering.
Yeah, it is. But how else would you want it, though, right? I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's always been in the Big Ten. So for us, you were always competing against a top 25 team, regardless of what night it was, whether it was the lower half of the top 25 or the top half. You were never walking into a match thinking, oh, we definitely have this in the bag. And I think that that's the best way to compete, because that's the most fun. Every single night is just an absolute dogfight. And what else would you want out of a competition than to just leave it all on the line and may the best competitor win? So I love the competition. I love the high level of volleyball that's in our community. And I think it's amazing. And I'm really excited to be a part of such a competitive conference, especially all of those teams that did so well last year. I want to see how we stack up with my culture, our style of volleyball, the way that we're going to teach, different systems and all of that. I want to be able to test our abilities against the very best. Who wants to walk over easy, not so talented teams throughout your entire season until you get to the tournament? I want to be able to go up against that talent before we usher in state championships, because we know how to handle that after we've been kind of going through the ringer throughout conference play. So that's awesome. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. And then last thing is just to kind of take me through what the timeline is going to be, before tryouts, because, obviously this week, nothing's going on with because of course the MHSAA dead period at time of recording, but overall, what's that going to be like the next few weeks?
Yep. So right after dead week, we hit the ground running. We are going to be having lifts with Coach Mayo Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m., which is bright and early for our girls. I found they seem to 8 a.m. is early in the summer. So everyone's showing out and it's awesome. And then as many open gyms as we can possibly get. I've definitely been late hire. So it was difficult getting the prime cut open gym slots. So we're kind of working around basketball and cheer and whatever else is going on in there, but open gym for the next 3 weeks. And then 4th week is just lifts. So we're not allowed to be in the gym doing anything volleyball related with them, but we can be doing lifting. So they will be doing lifting that final week before August 7th. and that's tryout date. So we got a month to get these kids as many reps and definitely physically ready, cardio conditioning and strength. That was a big emphasis for us this off season with all of the injuries that Brighton volleyball had last season, is making sure that all of our girls are healthy and ready for a good, healthy season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Cori, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. And to the audience out there, if you like what you see, like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. It's down there. So why don't you do that? It'll help this channel out a lot. Thank you so much, Cori, for coming on.
Thank you so much, Casey.